Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? And welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you enjoyed last night's video with some more icon tools and also the new product release from Hot Shot Secrets. Like I said, I have them right there on the side of my toolbox. We got this Never Rust and the Spray and Stay. Gonna keep them there. That way they're there anytime I need them. You guys get a chance, head over there and check out all the products that Hot Shots has. And like always, it's always the first link in the description, and my coupon code is right there with it. It's CM73. Like the title says, it's the fate of the second gen. Not fate as in do I want to sell it. Something I've been thinking about doing, and I just kind of wanted to get your guys' opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section. But before I go on to that, I did have some little issues with the dually exhaust. The reducer completely rotted out, so I had to put a new one of those on there. That was the easiest I have ever changed. It was rotted off right here, as you can see, and it has those type of clamps. I've never saw those before, but kind of unique in itself. And right there they are. I was able just to cut that 4-inch off there, and then this reducer was slid over the 3.5 factory downpipe, and I took and I sliced it and smacked it with a hammer, and she split right apart. So I was pleasantly surprised on how well everything came apart. Took me about 10 minutes to fix, and all was good to go. I did have a comment on one of the videos about the four-wheeler. Where's the first start at? When we did get it back together, we've got a KFX 400, which is the same thing as the Suzuki LTZ 400, and they also use that engine and a few other things. Suzuki built, I forget who, Arctic Cat, or so I forget who all they built for. What has happened? We did start it later on that night. I noticed oil coming out, and this is why we have these cases laying back here. We got a left and a right case. This is where the shifter is, and whoever had that four-wheeler really beat the hell out of it, because the bottom side of the shifter from about here to here is completely busted out and oil's leaking out of it. So I had to find a new set of cases. Brand new ones are way too expensive. I ended up picking these up. The guy sent me this set of cases. He sent me some other stuff, a set of gaskets, full set of gaskets. So I was able to get all that from him off of Marketplace for $300. So I was tickled to death with that. So yeah, the four-wheeler has to come completely back apart. The engine has to be split. I don't know that I'm going to be doing that, because you have to have a special tool to be able to take the crank out. So I don't think that that is going to be something that I want to tackle, so I may strip it down to just the bottom end and take it someplace and then bring it home and put it back together. And once again, I have blown up another small engine. Busted the connecting shaft on this one. So if you guys want to see the disassembly and the assembly of this, I don't know if it's going to be salvageable or not. I do have another connecting rod up here from another engine that was good. So that's the only reason why I would ever indulge or ever think about changing it, is because I have the parts. Otherwise, they are so cheap, you throw them away and you buy new ones. But that's kind of the only reason why I would even think about fixing it, is because I do have the parts. The only thing I'm going to be out is my time, and I'm gonna have to buy a gasket set. So again, if that's something you guys might like to see, you know, how to change some things in the internals on the small engines, hit me up in the comment section. If you guys want to see it, I'll do a video on it. If not, then I'll just fix it on my own time and we'll call her good. So moving on to the topic at hand, the fate of the second gen. Like I said, I'm not gonna sell it. Just thinking about some things. I've talked with a friend of mine. He actually wants to swap one of his new projects out and make it a 6-speed. I've been tossing around in my head on doing an auto swap on the second gen. Now, if that's something that you guys might want to see in upcoming videos, let me know in the comment section. I am really seriously thinking about auto swapping my second gen and taking that NV5600 out of there. The only reason I'm thinking about doing that is every truck I own is a standard, and that's not a bad thing at all. I'm thinking I want to do maybe a 47 or a 48 and do a manual valve buddy with the ratchet shifter in there. Everything will kind of remain the same, but instead of the shifter being there in the center, it'll be like a TCI Outlaw or a B&M ratchet shifter or something like that. That's just what I'm thinking, just to kind of change things up, and I don't know, just to change things up. I'm not real certain why I want to do it. It's just something I've been thinking about doing. I'd heard of a lot of guys that will, you know, do an MV5600 swap on their automatics, but I haven't saw a lot of people do an auto swap on a standard. So I won't have to switch the column out. I will switch the pedals out, but other than that, I'll just put the ratchet shifter there on the floor in the console that is existing. I'll come up right out of the same hole with some bracketry and have that ratchet shifter there. And basically it'll be a pretty easy swap. Maybe run, instead of switching out the ECM, I'll run a anteater, and that way I don't even have to do that. Everything will remain the same. To me, in my scary head right here, I'm thinking it will be a pretty easy swap, but I don't know. I'm just like I said, it's a scary place inside there, and it never shuts off, and I am always constantly thinking. So that's where I kind of am going with the fate of the second gen, like the title says. I'm not certain. Like I said, I'm not selling it. It's such a nice truck. It's kind of like that diamond in a goat's ass, as Richard Rollins says. But it's that truck that you don't find every day in Ohio because it doesn't have any rust on it. So I'm getting some surface rust and stuff on the frame, so I'm going to get that cleaned up and go and have the frame coated and take care of things that way. But other than that, like I said, that's the whole gist of the title. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. I'm open to suggestions. I'm thinking 47 RE just because that's what he has and that's what's readily available. We will do a complete swap from adapter plate to even drive shafts. He has a 8-foot extended cab, just like what I have, an 8-foot extended cab. So everything should coincide pretty damn easy and pretty quick. And I don't know. It's going to be an easy swap, so that's why I'm thinking about doing it. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you about is that there, and show you some other stuff that I got going on. The four-wheeler, I don't know how much of that I'll do. I know the one guy had asked about the first start, whatever happened to it. That's what happened. We filled it up with oil and it just started emptying out. Not real fast, but as it sat there and idled, we did start it. It would just spewed oil all over the swing arm and all over that back left tire. So we shut everything off, and I've been looking for cases ever since. So it was like $500 and some for brand new cases, and that was without bearings, and I just wasn't ready to spend that much money on, you know, a $2,000 four-wheeler. So I guess with that being said, that's pretty much all I have for tonight. I do appreciate you guys watching. If you don't mind, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll talk to you guys later on.